Can I just say, can you all hear me? I'm very quiet. But I'd just like to say a massive thanks to, firstly to Jill and all the team here at Crown & Garter for having us at this fantastic tasting. I'd also like to just say thank you to you all for coming to this Caviste wine tasting. I don't know if you know everyone, but I'll introduce you. You probably know Andrew, who's the manager and our e-commerce guru. If you haven't checked out our new website, www.caviste.co.uk, do. It's an absolute blinder. So Andrew is obviously manager at Hungerford branch. For those of you who don't know, it's at the top of the high street on the left-hand side, and it's got a beautiful selection of all the world's best wines, some of which are here tonight. Paul here, who is well, he's just everything. Anything to do with moving bottles, putting bottles away, putting bottles in, that's Paul, but he's actually much more than that. But this is Paul Cooper here, also a fantastic palate, by the way. If you've got a taste query, talk to Paul about it. And then behind you, you'll see Heidi skulking away in the background there. She gets very embarrassed. Hi Heidi. Heidi looks after all the business. If you run a pub or a hotel or you're thinking about doing something like that, talk to Heidi, she'll sort you out. So my name's Ben, I'm the Managing Director of Caviste, and as I said, thanks for all coming. And I thought it might be quite fun just to quickly, if you can bear it, I'm not going to talk about every single wine here tonight. You've got your tasting sheets, you know what's going on, and you can always come and talk to us. But just a few interesting points. From the white side, we've got this new Bourgogne Blanc from Domaine Chevaux, and anybody who knows Caviste will know this guy. He makes brilliant Beaujolais, and there you go, Andrew. And we get a tiny amount of this every year. Okay, so if you like it, snap it up. And it's basically made in the same way that he makes his pre-freezes, a tiny bit of oak, but cracking wine. We've got this Albarino here, which if you haven't tried, try it. And it's also really exciting because one of the wine writers who writes Jackie Robinson, a very famous lady, she's kind of like the queen of wine, has just gone absolutely doolally tap over this Albarino. I think she thinks it's one of the best wines she's ever tasted, and I can't keep her away from my office. But anyway, this is made. It's made in a little place about a mile from where I had my honeymoon, so it's very special to me. Okay, all right. I think we sold a few cases just on the back of that, Andrew. But anyway, I really think this guy's a tiny producer. Well, he's quite tall producer, but he's a tiny quantity producer. And this wine is actually made from vineyards that are about 10 meters from the sea in the beautiful, beautiful area around Sancenzo in Galicia. So if you're ever down there, you should knock on his door, and he'll say I've only got 5 minutes, but he'll treat you to a 10-hour tour of the area. And then from the red wine, some quite exciting stuff. We've got a new Bourgogne Rouge, which comes from an old chum of mine down in Givry. And I only ever buy it in vintages like 09 when it's warm enough to ripen the wine, but it's just such cracking value. I think for those of you who love Burgundy, but actually don't love the Burgundy prices, it's quite a nice little cheeky thing to put into a decanter and pretend you're drinking a slightly higher regime. And then Bastien de la Luna. Can I just say that this is probably the only time you'll ever get to taste this wine. It's from the same guy as the Albarino, and it's written up in the Guardian recently by Fiona Beckett, who's, if Jancis Robinson is the queen of wine, Fiona Beckett is the queen of food and wine, and she wrote up a lovely article about this wine, and it's made from all those classic grape varieties I know you'll all love, like Cañao and Lorero and Espadura, which I can see you all lighting up going, oh yeah, well, yeah, no, yeah, right. So have a go on that, it's a cracker. And then, well, I mean, the rest of the wines are all beautiful. I think the one wine that you're all going to need some help with, so I'll stand by and kind of help you through, is this Saint Visage, which has a very interesting label, and it's made from Malbec, but from the Loire Valley, and you strangely think, oh, I don't like it, and then you taste it again and again and again, you strangely think, I do like it, and then you can't get enough of it. So persevere with that, little boy. And then the rest of the wines here tonight are just all little snapshots of some of the good things that we do at Caviste. So if you've got any queries, please talk to us, taste the wines, have some food later on. Yeah, and if you want to place a massive order, let me know. If you just want to place a normal order, just go to Andrew.